Good afternoon, my crafty peeps. I didn't think it was filming then. I should say good evening, actually. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit more collage, but I want to say how clever you lot are. So, when I cut this one out on the, hang on, for this one here, I was a little bit disappointed because it all went really flat, because it does give it amazing 3D when you emboss it, basically. So 2 comments from Kimberly and Julie said, cut the paper first, then emboss it. Brilliant. But then I took it a step further. I cut it, I painted it, if you like, decorated it, and then I embossed it. And that has given me, because when you put the water on, it does flatten it. But I don't know if you can see all the texture in the top of those mushrooms there and in the leaves. That's just worked lovely. And then I did another one where I had, what had I done? I'd cut it, then put it in the embossing folder. And because when I put this one in, let me get it on a plain page and you'll see better. When I put this one in, I went over the embossing folder with an ink pad just to pick out a bit more of the green, and same down here. And it still had some left on it, so I ran it back through the cutter. I mean, it's very pale, I don't know if you can see the colouring on there. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. So well done, you crafty lot. I do need supervising, to be fair, so well done. So, whilst I was at it, I also did this one, which doesn't come with an embossing folder, it is just a cutting die. Now, it comes like this, and I left it on this thick piece of plastic and just run the whole thing through. The annoying thing is, it's not very intuitive where these extra 3D bits go. So you kind of have to, I had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. I think I've got it right. I'm not sure. I just looked at the picture and hoped for the best. Because the other misleading thing is that there's 2 of them there. So, you know, in effect, you're only getting that one, technically. So, anyway, I've done it. So I'm going to collage with it tonight. Ta-da! So, yeah, there it is. This is the bit that wasn't very intuitive, because these are actually layered up, because you get a double one and then you get a single one, and you kind of got a layer on top of each other. And then the stem, it's a bit complicated, but the stem goes on and then you put them on the top. So let me just see if I can make that make sense, because it's not sounding like it's making sense. Let me get the die out again. So when you cut this out, this piece, lay that on there. This bit matches up with this bit, and then just let the stem come down, and then this piece goes in there, which is underneath there. All right, that goes on up here, and then this one covers this bit here. I think that makes sense. And then the rest you just plonk wherever you think you want to put them. That's kind of where I got in the end, because I was getting a little bit fed up with it. As I say, it doesn't actually show you on the packet how to layer it, which is slightly annoying, but you know, never mind. I sussed it and I'm happy with it. Now the bit on the back, the green bit, is what's left over when you cut out the mushrooms. So I thought, well, I'm not going to chuck it away, so I put it on a tray with one tray with a load of green watercolour, and just left it. And I left it for about 2 days, to be honest with you. It's been a bit of a weekend, that's why I've not done any filming this weekend. It's been shocking, but never mind. Yeah, so I let it just sit there dry, and I thought, well, I'm not going to chuck it away, because that's a really pretty outline thing, you know. Picture, frame, that's the word. So I'm going to use it today, but obviously I want to put some stuff in the background. I think I'm just going to do the collage that size today. So yeah, right, you ready? That was a lot of yabbering, wasn't it? Oh. Grab a seat. Right, so if I just roughly mark, I can rub these out later, where I need to collage, because I'm not going to collage the whole thing. Ta-da, right. Okay, yeah, it turned out really well. What are they? Watercolours on these. Yeah, came out really nice, actually. But as I say, it was fiddly working out where everything went. But once you've got it, you've got it. So, just grabbing the old scrapperoos. How's it been anyway? As I say, it's been absolutely 3 times I've tried to sit down and do some filming. And every time I think, right, it's like Saturday. What did I... Oh, Saturday. Oh, yeah, Saturday, my middle one. Oh, my partner's gone to work and I've got a hairdressing appointment to do for somebody in my where I live. Can you come and pick me and Scarlett up and take us... Oh, God. I'd literally just sat down to start doing some stuff. I was like, fine. So she said, what are you doing for... When I picked her up, she said, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing for the rest of the afternoon? I thought, oh, I'm going to be filming. And then I gave myself a little bit of a talking to. I said, no, come on. You always said you were never going to put YouTube before family, and I never will. So sorry, guys, but, you know. And so I thought, oh. I said, well, I don't really know, I'll be honest with you. So, anyway, she said, oh, well, you know, we're free once I've done this haircut. I was like, oh, okay. Well, what do you fancy doing? In the end, I just said to her, what do you fancy doing? She went, oh, I'm open to anything. See, now that annoys me because it's like, do you want to do something? Have you got a plan? Is there anything? Because obviously her partner was working, so she's like loafing around with nothing else to do. So I said, fine, let's go out. I said, right, do your haircut, let me know. My daughter's a qualified hairdresser, in case you haven't been here for that. Let me know when you're finished and I'll come and pick you and Scarlett up. Boom. Right, lovely. So she said, oh, it'll be about an hour and a half because I'm doing a cut and a colour and blah, blah, blah. So fine, fine, fine. So I managed to do, I think I did that, oh, what are you called? It's gone. Oh, what are you called? Foxglove, thank you. So I think I just managed to do that. And then I cut a load of papers because I'm just going to very quickly run them under the camera. I've made these little handmade journals. So yeah, I cut all the papers ready for that. And then she rang me and said, right, we're done. Oh, okay, lovely. I'll be out there in a minute. So, I might just do that one actually. That's quite nice. So yeah, picked her up and then she said, what do you fancy doing? And I went, I don't know. I don't care. She said, oh. I said, I'll tell you what, do you fancy a trip to IKEA? So yeah, off we went to IKEA. Because oh, that was it. She said, I'll buy you lunch. I said, right, yeah, you can buy me lunch in IKEA. So we did that. IKEA was empty. I know, first time I think ever in my life, there was hardly anybody in there, so it was lovely. Got a few bits, a couple of bits that I wanted. And to be honest, by the time we got out of it, actually it must have been Saturday, that must have been Sunday. What did I do Saturday? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think I went dog walking with my eldest. Anyway, basically, I'm not going to ramble on. Basically, I've just not had any time to do any of my crafting this weekend. I love my kids, but I mean, it's like yesterday, Bank Holiday Monday, because it was a Bank Holiday yesterday. Eldest one said to me, I've got to walk Ollie. He's the one that's got, he's a assistant's dog. And she said, I've got to walk Ollie, and I fancy taking him to the beach because this poor dog, I do feel sorry for him. He's very well looked after, but, you know, he's a Labrador and he doesn't get to go anywhere, you know, apart from what my daughter takes him out on his walks and stuff, but he doesn't get to go to things like the beach or family days or family holidays, stuff like that, you know, the usual stuff that dogs like. So, so I'm just looking in my bits and bobs box here. So she said, I want to take him to the beach. I said, yeah, okay, lovely. So off we toddled to our favourite beach, which is Dawlish Warren. I've shown you that before. It was glorious, but it was absolutely bitter, the wind. It was freezing. So anyway, we chucked him in the sea. He had a whale of a time. He just, you know what Labradors do? They sort of smile. He didn't stop smiling, bless him. So, and then while we were there, the middle one messaged and said, oh, what's everybody up to today? So my eldest one said, do we want to let her know where we are? I said, yeah, go on, tell her. I said, tell her we're at Dawlish Warren. And then, because we were going to get breakfast out. So she messaged her. We met them basically at the pub on the seafront, and all met up, all had breakfast, and then yeah, that was yesterday. Oh, that's right. And then Annie was like, oh, what we doing for the rest of the day? Because her partner was with her, and I was like, well, I don't really mind. So we had a mooch around Dawlish Warren, which has got a load of shops outside it and things like that. Well, actually, I quite like that. No, yeah, did that, and then I said, well, come back to mine. I'll pick up a Devonshire cream tea, which is scones, cream, and clotted cream, jam and clotted cream. Oh, see, I'm that tired. I can't make any sense. So we did that. We sat here, and then Caroline messaged the youngest and said, "What's everybody doing?" And we went, "Well, we're having a cream tea at Mother's. Should I be over?" Right? Okay. Luckily, I bought extra. Yeah, and basically, that was about. We got back here probably about 12 o'clock, and we sat outside in the garden and just chatted. Had a lovely time. It was so nice. Very rarely get time like that with my girls nowadays because they've all got lives, you know. And yeah, we just sat there. I sat and did a load of English paper piecing. I got a hair in my mouth, excuse me. Yeah, so it was really nice. So as I say, Sunday was IKEA. Saturday was the what did I do Saturday? I must have done something because I've not done any crafting. Oh no, don't do that. But anyway, it was lovely. I loved it. It was really nice. Good family time. Blah blah blah. Making memories for the kids, etc. etc. So yeah, yeah. Chewed the fat, as they say. So yeah, it's good. I say the beach has been lovely, but absolutely bitter, and I mean bitter. But because, you know, Numpty here went down in her shorts and sandals, of course, because actually here it was lovely, but you get to that wind, ooh, it was a tad nippy. Right, don't do that. Yeah, anyway, it was lovely. Because Friday we were at the beach as well. It's just been beach, beach, beach. God. We do live very close to the beach, so we are very lucky. But yeah, that's about it really. Done a lot of eating out, which is very naughty because I'm supposed to be trying to lose a bit. I guess it's a little bit excessive, my weight at the moment, so never mind. There's always tomorrow to start a diet. There's lots of tomorrows in my diets. But yeah, it was good times. Look at that. That is so blinking wonky. I think I've had it. Yeah, it's arithmetically. Right, fine, okay, we just have to make do with what we've got. I need some more flowers. Right, let me grab the whole thing out. Well, I've made loads, so in theory, there's some other plants there. I can put that in as well. Put you there. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll put that there. Those two there. Need something for just in the middle there. Yes, I'm very lucky. I know I am. I know I moan about my kids, but I love them to death, and I wouldn't be without them, especially nowadays. And yeah, I accommodate them as much as I can with food, etc., etc. So I think they appreciate me. I don't know. I'd have loved having my mum just up the road. You know, they are very, very lucky. My mum, you know, lived hundreds of miles away in London. I got to see her, but not as much as I would have liked. Does that look a bit odd? That doesn't even really show up, does it? It's pretty pants. Yeah, so I'm quite envious of what they got, you know. I'd say I'd love to have had her up the road, but never mind. It's too late now, she's gone. A bit of pants, Susie. Come on, what's going on here? Let's get my other one out. One of two. Oh, there's a leafy. Okay. Am I being a bit too fussy here? I am. Right, I'm going to make that do. I've got to show you this. I'm such a kid. I've been doing this. I don't think I've stuck it particularly well, but I am fascinated by this thing. I've stuck it a bit wonky here, so when I make another one, I'm going to do them with Eleanor because it's home tutoring day on this Friday, so I'm racking my brains to remember what they're blooming called. They're on Pinterest anyway. It's like the tic-tac-toe thing that we used to do as kids, where it was like, kiss me, love me. You know, you twirl the doofers. You sort of did the tic-tac thing, but it's similar to that, but not obviously not the same. So. I've lost the bit of paper that I had the name on it. I'm going to put that slightly outside the frame. Where did you go? Ah, they are called Flex Tangles. You can actually get. I've been a bit naughty. I just found one on Pinterest and blew up the image just to try it first to see if it was doable, which it actually is, as you can see. And you can actually get PDF files of decorated, you know, ones with a load of line drawings on it, and you just colour it in basically. So I thought, well, I'll just try this one first. As I say, it's homeschool day on Friday, so I thought she could do that after we've done the did I actually stick that? Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought she could do that after she'd actually done her little lesson thing that I've got planned for her. Don't know if she'll like it or not, but tough. It's part of the curriculum. We're doing it. Oh, it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. I need to get rid of this fudginess down here though. Can you tuck under? It was a very thin paper. I'll get my black pen on it. I'm really racking my brains to think what I did on Saturday. You were stuck well, not. Where has my eraser gone? Actually, I'll do. I used a really heavy blinking pencil there, like the complete wally that I am, so it's just smudging great. Okay, yes, fine. So a nice simple one tonight, peeps. Because sometimes it just doesn't have to be difficult. Unless you've got an awkward flower in the way. Get out of the way. Oh, Posca, I hate it when you do that noise. Right, well, there we are. I don't even think it needs the old Stabilo all because it is quite 3D. I might do a little bit. The trouble is, this is a laser copy under here. I'm not sure how it's going to smudge. Maybe if it will. Don't know. We're about to find out. Yeah, it doesn't work very well on laser copied paper. I've stopped doing it now. I used to copy a lot of my papers, but because they're really hard to work on top of, I've stopped doing it. I don't know why. If anybody can explain to me why they sort of, it's almost like it's formed a barrier to sort of being worked on. See, it's not smudging at all, hardly. No, see, you can add quite a bit of water to it and it still just resists it. It's very odd. I wonder if it's the toner ink that I've got. I'm not sure. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll stop doing it anyway. So there's that. It's going to buckle now, isn't it? Yep. Oh well. Just thought I'd bring a bit of black in there, as I've got a black flower there. Well, leaf, I should say, not a flower. Yeah, maybe different toner inks behave differently for working on top of. I don't know. I've never known it before personally, but there's something about this new toner that I got in my laser printer that it just doesn't like. It's quite repellent, but in a weird way that'll be excellent for if I want to do you know, the image transfer onto the gel plate, because it's very resistant to accepting anything. I'm going to make that do because I really like that. I've got no idea what is the date today. Is it the 6th? Yeah, it is the 6th. So there we are. So 6, 5, 25. Nice and simple, not whole page, doesn't matter. I'm calling it done. I hope you enjoy that. Sorry about all the rattling talking, because you know I can talk. Right, I'll see you to, well, I don't know about tomorrow, but we'll see. It's been a hell of a busy at work today. My next little thing that I want to play with is I want to do a load of weaving, and because I've been cutting papers ready for those little art journal book things, I've got loads of strips. So yeah, we're going to do some weaving. I love weaving. Right, so I'll put those back in there. I'm not going to lose them. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.